Good morning, maker friends. How's everybody doing today? We're going to give everybody just a few minutes to hop on here with us. I don't want anybody to miss out on any of the fun we're going to have today. Let me know, are you joining me live today or are you watching us on a replay? Also, y'all, invite some of your friends. I need you to invite at least 3 of your friends. Tag them down in those comments below because a little birdie told me that we're going to be doing a giveaway today. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss out on that awesome giveaway. I can't wait to show y'all what I've got planned for us today. I'll give you a little hint. It's going to be something that you can use from the Dollar Tree. We're going to transform some glassware from the Dollar Tree. These would make great Christmas gifts. You could also think birthdays, anniversary, but y'all, go ahead. Let's get started on those Christmas gifts early. That way you can give all of your family and friends those awesome handmade Christmas gifts this year. Looks like we've got some people on here now, so let's hop onto that workspace now and let's get started. Okay, y'all, this is what we're going to be working on today. I'm going to make a matching set of his and her glasses. I've got a stemless wine glass that I'm going to do for myself, and then I've got this awesome beer stein that I'm going to be doing for my hubby. The Maker Studio products I'm going to be using today is going to be our set of alphabet 3 stencils. I'm using the K for myself and the B for my hubby. His name is Brian. I'm also going to be using some of our no-bake ceramic paints. I've got You're the Water to My Ocean and also black. And y'all look at the color that I mixed together. I did probably 3 parts of the blue to 1 part of the black, and I made this gorgeous navy color. Isn't that beautiful? That's the one thing I love about the paints, the ceramic paints. You can mix those and you can make your own custom colors. I've also got some of my Maker's Studio Gilding Size. I'm not going to turn this up so you can see it because I do have the top off. Here, let's see if I can get it. This is the Gilding Size, and this is a necessity for our copper leaf. And y'all look at this beautiful, oh my stars. It is so sparkly and so bright. I cannot even stand how beautiful it is. It might be even more beautiful than the gold leaf, which if you have watched any of my videos over here at Maker Studio, you know how much of a fan I am of that gold leaf. So I did go ahead and do one of each just so they would have time to dry. I don't want gold leaf to get into my ceramic paint here, and vice versa. I wanted this to have time to set, and I wanted to be able to get both of these done for y'all today. So let's start first with our beer stein. I'm going to set this onto just a rag, just so it's not going to be moving around on me. And y'all look, oh, I can't wait to show you how easy that copper leaf is to do. So let's just center up our stencil. And if you're just now joining us, I'm making over some Dollar Tree glassware. I've got a stemless wine glass and also this awesome beer stein. And it doesn't matter if you want to do your initial first or if you want to do your leaf. But if you do your leaf first, just know that you need to make sure to leave enough room on both sides. If you're just now joining us, let me know, are you watching us live today or are you catching us on that replay? Also, don't forget, we are going to be having a giveaway today. And to be entered, all you've got to do is to drop a couple of your friends' names in those comments down below and tell them to check out what we're doing over here. Have you ever used any of our leafing? They are so beautiful. We've got a gold, we've got a silver, and we've got this beautiful copper. Okay, so mixing these together was super easy. I just grabbed a plate from the Dollar Tree and mixed that up. If you just now are joining us, I mixed 3 parts of the Water to My Ocean to 1 part black to get this navy color. And you can see it's a good bit darker by adding the black. Can you see the difference? I wanted it to be just a little bit navy. Okay, and this is one of our artist brushes. I love these brushes. And y'all, look how easy this is. Don't forget to burnish in that stencil. That's one thing I forgot to mention. I got so excited about that copper leaf. I forgot to mention that, but y'all, burnishing in is just rubbing in your stencil really, really well. And I'm just patting the ceramic paint the way that I like to use it. And of course, everyone has their different ways that they enjoy using it. You can use one of our plastic scrapers, or you can use the awesome silicone scrapers. But when I work with the ceramic paint, I really do like patting it. I want it to go on super thick. The great thing about putting it on glassware is you can look through the other side to make sure you've gotten it all covered. Let's take a peek inside. Looks like I need just a little bit more on that B. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we need to go ahead and remove this before the paint dries. We're going to drop our stencil down into a bucket of water because we don't want this paint to dry in here. Y'all, look how beautiful that is. Super easy. Because this is no-bake ceramic paint, you don't have to bake it or anything in the oven, y'all. You just need to let it dry for 8 hours. Now, I do want to hand wash these since I am using that copper leaf, but y'all, who would want to put something this beautiful in the dishwasher anyway? It deserves to be hand washed. Okay, so now, are you ready to see how easy it is to copper leaf? It's so easy, and it adds such an awesome touch. Now, you can do this a couple of ways. I, for one, love the jagged edge look. See how this looks? To me, this is like, you can tell this is handmade. You can tell it's not done by a machine. If you want it to be perfect and you want it to look like perfection, then just take you some tape and just tape off an edge. I am not a fan of that. I don't want it to look like that. So therefore, guess what? I'm just going to freehand it. I've got a big brush. This is probably about a 1-inch brush. And we're just going to freehand this. My brush might be a little bit stiff because I did use it before we hopped on this morning. Let me just see if I can loosen that up a little bit. One thing that is super important when you're working with any of the leafing, whether it's the gold, the silver, or the copper, you want to make sure that you let your sizing come to what we call tack. And all that means is it's going to come to sticky. And I'll show you what I'm talking about in just a moment. So I'm just going to freehand this. If you're not comfortable freehanding it, then just tape it off. I'm just going to go all the way around. And you can make it as thin or as thick as you want. And I like to use sort of a sketching motion. That's going to give it more of that kind of hand done look. You can kind of see. And one thing, if you don't want copper leaf to get on it, you need to go ahead and remove that. But see how you can see the sketching motion? That's the look I want. I want it to look sort of messy. I know, I just love that look. Okay, so the trick to using any of the leaves is going to be to let it come to tack. And I have found when you use your leaf on glass, it actually comes to tack a lot quicker than it does on other things. Amy tells us when we're working with the leaf, we want to use our ring finger on our left hand because that's the most sensitive finger that we have in our body. We know it's come to tack when we can touch it and our finger sticks to it. Sometimes that can take 2 minutes, sometimes it can take 15 minutes. You just need to go ahead and just keep kind of checking on that just to make sure. So this has not come to tack yet, so we're going to give it just a few minutes. Might can blow on it just to kind of help it along a little bit. I would not be as concerned about the time if we weren't on a live today. I would love to know though, are you watching this live today or are you catching this on that replay? What do y'all think about the beer stein? Didn't it turn out super cool? What colors would you use on your glassware if you were using this for yourself? We have a copper set that we use on our bar card, and this is going to match perfect. So some of this is already coming to tack, and you can probably see, the difference. It kind of dries a little bit clear, whereas this is still a little bit milky. Can you see that? I'm not sure if the camera is picking that up or not. So it's almost there. We just have to learn our patience. Crafting makes you be patient, doesn't it? But we do need to make sure that everything is dried well. We don't want some of it to come off because your leafing is only going to stick to what has come to tack. So now I just want to grab a piece of my leaf, and y'all watch how simple this is. Let's make sure one more time that it's tacky. Can you see? You see my finger sticking to that? That's how we know it's ready. I'm going to start on this side. So I want to leave my leaf in my package here. And I'm simply going to lay that leaf down. That's pretty simple, isn't it? This is why you want to make sure that this is completely dry, because if not, that leaf might get in there. So now I'll just take another small section, and I'm not going to take my tissue paper all the way back because I don't want to waste it. Once you take it out of your paper, it is a little bit harder to work with. And see how it just tears off? Just is a little bit easier to work with if you let that set still inside. Okay, so we only need just a small little piece. Let's see if we can use this little piece right here. And then we'll just pull it away. And I've got one little section here. And I'll actually just take a little piece and stick that to it. Now, you want to grab a small, soft paintbrush. You just want to pat down all of your leaf and make sure that it sticks. You can take your finger and you can see if you've left off a piece. If you still feel sticky, just pick up a piece of your leaf and stick it on there. But I do like to take that soft paintbrush and just make sure that everything is stuck. Are you intimidated by leafing? Y'all, don't be, trust me. I know gold leaf used to scare the daylights out of me. I don't know why. I think just because it's sort of intimidating because it's so beautiful. But it's not hard to do at all. One little pro tip I will give you is do not have your ceiling fan on when you work with this though. Trust me on that. So now we'll just take our same soft paintbrush. We're going to brush away, and this is why you don't have your fan on, because these little pieces of leaf will go flying. Now I do save all of these tiny little bits. I don't let any of this beautiful leaf go to waste. I'll show you. I even have a little jar that I save. This is my gold leaf bits. But I need to start a new one for my copper leaf. And these are just little ramekin dishes from Dollar Tree. Okay, I think we've got everything off of here, and it is so pretty. But we've got one more step that we need to do. We need to grab a piece of our tissue, and we just need to burnish this in. This is going to help to make sure that that leaf stays stuck to the surface. You can kind of see it just sort of polishes that and makes it really, really shiny. Can you tell the difference between where I've polished and where I haven't? You want to very gently go all the way around. Isn't that pretty? Y'all, that's it. Isn't this simple? So easy, but what a super classy look. Isn't that beautiful? His and her barware. Okay, y'all, what do you think about these custom barware glasses? Didn't they turn out awesome? I'd love to know what colors you would do for your barware. Let me know down in those comments below. Also, don't forget to let me know, did you catch us live today, or are you watching us on that replay? And if you want to win this prize that we are giving away over here at Maker Studio this morning, just tag a couple of those friends down in those comments below. I've got to run for now, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed our tutorial this morning. Don't forget, somebody's going to win this awesome prize that we're giving away at a Maker Studio today. Thanks so much for tuning in, my crafty friends. Until next time, happy DIY, y'all.